I wanted to connect with others, and I really wanted to hone in on my existing leadership skills and adhering them to the here and now. So by doing that in an SA Health realm, just allowed me to connect with people in different stages, and that's what I was looking for, getting their feedback and learning about how my leadership style was and how it could be in the future.
So I knew it was to teach us, valuable leadership skills and things like that, but I didn't really know what it was about.
So I was really excited about the opportunity to join the Growing Leaders program. I really wanted to be a part of finding out what the latest information was around leadership and, learning about best practice in the space, and also keen to see if, I could share some information with my team, because, that development of team within my team was also really important. I felt pretty confident going in that, I was okay at leadership, but I think it sort of helped me to realise that maybe that confidence was a little bit on the surface, and that actually I did have some anxieties underneath. And I was really interested to see if the content could help resolve some of those concerns that I was sort of having, but not really willing to acknowledge as well. So.
I absolutely love this program, and without a doubt it changed my world, and both my personal and professional life, which I am grateful for. My key learnings were learning about myself and having awareness of myself, where reaction spaces were and what those triggers may be. And also learning about others. So gaining that perspective, not only on myself, but learning about different personality types, how they process, how they manage, how they understand.
There are quite a lot of key takeaways. Every element that we worked through was wonderful. I just wanted to absorb the information. I wanted to spend so much time on everything we talked about. Was so interesting. For me, the really standout things was, the power of identity, understanding reactive tendencies. I think that was really relevant to me as well.
Okay, so the key takeaways for me was the session around managing stress levels, and when you guys put everything up on the screen to see what the manageable stress levels are, the normal stress levels for when you're working and things like that. I thought that was really valuable for me, and leaning into the discomfort, which I'd never heard before. And I think that's been really helpful for me with my development. But my biggest takeaway, as you guys know, was the public speaking thing. So I cannot thank you guys enough, because that first day I almost passed out, and then by the last the time that we did the public speaking, I could actually get up and public speak. So that was awesome.
Really diving into the concepts of psychological safety and how that had been playing into my work with my team, and ensuring that, that psychological safety was around, and really working on the noticing. And that was something that I really loved learning about, just to say, I'm noticing this about the other person, and communicating that, and the power in that was really good about getting that connection.
And Growing Leaders taught me, without a doubt, to consider others, and that their perspective and that their opinions and ideas are very much valid. And just talking about that journey. So and recognising where people are on the journey and how they process and how they operate.
And also I found the discussions around polarities really useful, that it's okay to have polarities, and that, we can go from one thing to the other thing. Nothing's necessarily right or wrong, and that they might, actually complement each other, and understanding polarities. I found that so good. So, there's just been so much really that I've taken away from it.
And it's been absolutely fundamental. I couldn't, I use it every day. So I did the course, a year ago, and I still use those techniques, and though working with others today. Impact has been around my self-awareness again, and awareness of others. That brings you can't even quantify the amount of confidence that brings to somebody when they're really in tune with themselves and focusing on other perspectives. So the confidence that I have with others has been great. The Growing Leaders program enabled me to really step outside my comfort zone. And as cliche as that might sound, being aware that I am vulnerable and that is okay, because the Growing Leaders program enabled me to understand that we're all vulnerable.
I think the impact on my behalf is I've become more confident, but with my team, I just think that we've got a more positive interaction now. And sorry, I've written some notes. And a shift in attitude throughout the whole team, really, and people willing to help one another a bit more and work better as a team. And it seems a bit calmer. So a much calmer, nicer environment.
Yeah, so there's been a really good impact for me with my teams. I feel a lot more connected to them. I feel like I'm able to listen at a new level. I always thought I was good at listening, but I think that it helped me to reach another level of really listening and hearing what they're trying to tell me, and having some patience around that as well. And then reflecting back really openly and transparently. I realised so much that, I had a lot of defensiveness going on, and there was a lack of that genuine connection. And I think this course really helped me to have that, which builds trust. And it's actually then really helped when we've had these challenging times that we all have in work, where we have to achieve things with, very quickly. And I think it's really helped with decision making. So I'm really confident that I'm able to tell them why and be clear about things, whereas before I may not have been as clear. So I think that's really helped. And of course, that just leads to better outcomes and better investment from everyone in those outcomes as well. So I think that's improved hugely. Yeah.
And the other thing is I've really taken a big lead on educating my peers. So within the executive, working with other team members to be able to allow them to create a safe space with some mentoring, creating a safe space for them to be exactly who they are and to be respected for that. And I think, that can only impact positively with culture, to be accepted and to be supported, but also to be heard.
Absolutely, go and do it, because it will help you to identify your strengths and weaknesses, and give you insights and strategies on to manage your teams better, and give you opportunities to improve things that you have, that you fear, like my speaking publicly fear, things like that they can overcome and become confident in doing.
Absolutely encourage anyone who wants to build their leadership skills to do this work. You will be challenged in the best of ways. It's so rewarding to have that time to reflect on how you sit with these concepts as a person, and where you might be able to build up a little bit so that you are able to be the best leader that you are in your own way. It's not telling you how to be a leader, but it's helping you to build yourself into great leadership. And that's what I really love about it. I think, what I've learned about myself, the challenges I faced and the support that I've gotten through that work has just been really rewarding. So I would absolutely encourage people to do that.
Get on it. Allow yourself to be open and honest, and be vulnerable. Listen to others, but also the facilitation between yourself, Matt, and Tanya you make that space. You know, you create that environment. It's the impact that you bring and the collaboration that you bring with the members that allows that vulnerability to happen. It allows then for people to be open to learn and to accept and to understand the process, to be a better leader, but to also be a better individual for themselves. And without that facilitation from the two of you, the program just wouldn't be the same.